Hi folks, so I've had a couple of requests to demo some of my pedals through the Victory amp. Now the amp is a V40H The Duchess, single channel, very pretty, and a V112C, which is the Creamback 1x12 accompanying head. There's a video about that somewhere else. If I can work out how, I shall link to it. It's recently come back having had the reverb mod on. If you can hear any hiss or noise in the background, it's various other computers in the room, so I apologise for that, but it is not the V40 that you can hear from. It's pretty crisp, and the reverb is turned up too high as usual, and it's very, very clear. The settings are pretty much as you'll have seen on the other video. There is another video around where I just put a bunch of different guitars through the cab and through the amp to show what it looks like. I realise this is really dull and I'm just talking to the back of this camera. I'm really sorry about that. But the settings are pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is that since it's been modified, there is a really nice sweet spot just around the 10-11 o'clock mark on the Duchess. And it's a really nice noise and I like it a lot. So I've come down a bit on the gain. I am in half a watt mode, so that's the V5 switch is engaged on the back. And I'm in low power on the front panel. Reverb is on, FX loop is off, mid kick is on, and we're in voice 1. So I'm going to tap a slight smidgen more on the amp. So that's the master a little bit higher. So this guitar is a PRS S2 Starler. I'll do everything in the bridge pickup on humbuckers. My favourite noise on this for practicing is the neck pickup single coil, and that sounds like. So that's the Starler on that setting, but for this, because we want to rock, I will put it on the bridge pickup and it's on humbucker mode. So that sounds like, with no effects apart from the, I'll just bring the reverb down a bit, apart from the reverb on the Victory, this is what that sounds like clean. Sorry, before I do that, let's talk about clean. I'll back it down to 7. This is the guitar on 7 now. And it is clean, it is really crisp. Guitar back up to 10. And there's just an edge of breakup. I really like this, I think it's a delicious tone. Just for experimentation, quickly put it onto voice 2. The blurb says that it is a bit tweedy. I think it's a bit trebly, more treble than a tweed amp. And if you wind the gain up, you get a really good Led Zepp noise out of it. But so this is gain still on that 10-11 o'clock sweet spot, but now I'm in voice 2. Voice 1. Just a bit bassier, just a little bit more rounded. Probably live, voice 2 is better, it punches through a bit more. Okay, a couple of bits of fun before we get into the dirt pedals, which is probably what you've tuned in for. The hardwire is probably set to Univibe. Absolutely love the TR7 on Univibe. It's a wonderful noise, and it sounds like this. Really like it, great noise. great sound. My favourite trem setting on it is the Optitrem. That's just a delicious noise, absolutely delicious. I'll put it back to Univibe. I won't put the phaser on for now. We'll do that with a bit of grunt later. Oh, chorus, nice 80s style chorus ensemble. I tend to use this for anything that's got the word 80s in the title. So White Wedding, what's the other one? Summer 69, stuff like that. I'll go back to my favourite setting, neck pickup, single coil. Bit bassy, let's try it in the middle pickups. Both pickups, middle position. Just a lovely noise. Well done, boss. Best chorus noise on the planet. And let's have a quick experiment with the B9, because frankly everybody should have one of these. If you don't know what it does, there's a million videos out there that explains it. I think this thing is absolutely great fun. Clicks too high. Right, so that was. Now I'll try and do it with actual notes. Oh, the reason that was so farty was because it was still on the single coil. This thing is much happier on bridge pickup, much happier with humbuckers, and much happier if it's the very first pedal in the chain. I've put it behind the EHX wah just for convenience. But it is much happier if it's right at the front and all those other things. So here we go again without the click. See, now it's way too loud because I've put the humbucker up. Sensitive. Sounds like that. Bit noisy. Right, so there you go. That's all the other stuff out of the way. This will be the stuff that you're really interested in. So yes, I've got a StaxMaster here, and for those of you that are not familiar with it, this is designed by the nice people at Love Pedal and the nice people at Andertons. It's two pedals at once. I'm so sorry, I can never remember what the two pedals are. The red side, because the knob's red, I think the original pedal is red, but there was some problem with colouring, so you couldn't. What I think Lee wanted to do was make that side blue and that side red. They couldn't do it, so they made the knobs like that instead. This one is the Eternity, which is the red side. It's based on an Eternity E9, I think. And this is the blue side, and it's based on something else. I'm sorry, I don't know what. Look it up on Andertons' site. Somebody else can probably tell you better than me. That's a very thick, crunchy, super lead kind of sound, and that's just a soaring, lovely thing. Be careful with the gain on both of them. They are a bit vicious. I've got them slightly higher than Lee has them. I've got the levels so that one is a nice thick noise, and that is, you don't need much on that. It really does boost the sound. And the tones, you'll notice that the tones, this one is wound almost all the way over. It is a really thick sound, and it really does thicken everything up. And this one is very, very nice about that position there. I don't know if you can see those. Hopefully you can. That's at about 2:30, and that one is about 10:30, something like that. Okay, there you go. So, no, that's horrible. Let me just check that I'm in tune. 1 second. Right, back in the room. So I probably need a riff that I can demo this with you. Let's do something that's a bit different. So no, can't use that one. That's somebody else. So that's straight into the amp, everything else turned off, amp settings as described earlier. Okay, Eternity side or red side, call it what you like. I really like that. I think it's a nice noise. I suspect my guitar is too close to the camera and you are picking me up strumming the heck out of it. I can't turn the amp up too much more, I'll get into trouble. But I'll just do that again. So this is clean. Really like this. It's a great rock sound. It's a great classic rock sound. It's a great modern rock sound. The Starler, the character of the Starler comes right through. Helps that the Starler is very vintage. It helps that the Victory has that sort of earthy, bluesy, rootsy feel to it. And then you put the StaxMaster in the middle of it, and it just modernises it slightly, but it keeps it really filthy and it keeps it really nice. It's just a. Oh yeah, great for really big fat riffs. At the risk of Mrs. D telling me off, I'll turn it up a little bit. Great noise, love it a lot. Excuse the clacking, that's my dog walking around in the background. Okay, so that's that side. Let's just do a little bit of lead on it, because it is quite a nice tone for lead. But as you know from Lee's videos, the blue channel, the way that Lee uses the stacks, he uses the blue channel for rhythm and then fattens the rhythm up with the red channel for lead. I use it exactly the opposite way around. I use the red channel for rhythm, and then when I want to do some leady stuff, I switch to the blue side. So, and I like the fact they're close together. My big size 9s can switch that off and switch that on with one depression of my big foot. I mean, that's a lot of lead. So let me just do the lead thing, which is fatten it up with that one. I think this is a great tone, by the way, for tapping. Works really nicely for the... sort of thing, so obviously we need a bit of that as well. And there you go, a big fat noise. So let's take it all off. Clean. Red side. Blue side. Together. What else can I show you? It's probably it, you don't need any more. Then forgets the song he plays every night. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that'll do. Answers on a postcard. Let me know if you want to see anything else. Thank you very much for your time. I shall play out with this lovely little beastie.